I told you so. That has to be one of the most favorite sentences of our ego. The more intense the previous argument was, the better having been right feels afterwards. On the other hand, if we were wrong, we often feel quite uneasy. The reason why being right feels so good is the love of power of our ego. The more we are identified with our ego, the more we love power. Welcome to How to Be Human, everyone. Today with the topic of power play. But why does our ego love power so much? Well, since our ego is responsible for our survival through making sure we get everything we need by whatever means necessary, it abhors the idea of being weak. Weakness equals severe threat to survival. So our ego makes sure we find a way to look strong, either by being able to physically overpower everyone and everything, often expressed through macho behavior, or by making sure we are being loved by others. However, our ego, being itself the mask and filter we wear, is very prone to appearances. And even though our mind might know that true strength comes from inside, our ego doesn't understand that concept. We first need to experience true inner strength, most often through traumatic events, psychological challenges like the dark night of the soul, or long-term true spiritual practice, which tune down our ego and make us tap more into self and the spiritual realms. Until then, our ego wants to make sure we are at the top of the pecking order. That's where it feels safe. However, being a scaredy cat, our ego always keeps a watchful eye out for anything that might make us look weak and thus threaten our survival. This becomes especially obvious in people who are strongly identified with their ego, narcissists on top of that. As soon as people with a big ego feel threatened, they lash out by becoming either loud and boisterous, by mocking the other person, by verbally attacking, telling outright lies, or if all else fails, even reverting to throwing a tantrum or to physical violence. It can take on quite ridiculous forms at times, and one can only wonder how other people could ever agree with such a person. Well, you can stop wondering right there, since if you think about it, we resonate with things in other people that we carry within ourselves. If someone vibes with a big ego person, showing off how powerful they are, it means the person who resonates with that actually feels weak and fearful themselves and will show the same behavior if they feel threatened. Not only great minds think alike, similar minds act alike. So next time you find yourself at the receiving end of such a reaction, you know that it's actually you who is the stronger party in the dispute, since it's always the weaker party that feels threatened and thus feels the need to attack. Should you feel the need to rub it under their nose, however, well, say hello to your own ego. That gets a power kick out of knowing all that and thus falling into the same trap just from the other side. Remember, if something triggers you, it has hit a weak spot, an inner wound that you still carry around. Naturally, you react, you want to defend yourself. Your ego wants to protect you from further harm. So, if you truly want to be strong, learn about your own ego and its patterns and beliefs. Heal your inner wounds and connect to yourself. That's where true strength lies, and once you are connected to your own true inner power source, you learn to see right through the illusion of ego and fear, and sentences like, "I told you so," become quickly utterly unimportant to you. Thank you so much for being here and watching this video. I sure appreciate your support, and I hope to see you again next week for the next topic, whatever it's gonna be. I send you lots of love and light from my heart to yours.